Alright, so Nightmare Solo off the first Forbidden Messiah album. So kind of the whole song was based around a cool chord. It's an E minor, but you're adding an A sharp in it on the G string. So you get, instead of a E minor, you're adding that third fret on your G for that A sharp. Which is pretty cool and spooky sounding. So the solo, it's starting off with a slide into the seventh fret of the A string. So that's your root note. So you slide in on the seventh fret, and then you're going to go to the ninth fret on the D string, and then the 10th fret on the A. So you got that slide to 7, ninth fret on the D, and then 10 on the A. And then that's the second part. So you're going to play the ninth fret of the G to the ninth fret of the D to the 10th fret of the A. And when I actually do the solo, I'm actually muting that. And as I kind of work my way up through the arpeggio, it's less and less palm muting throughout it. So yeah, the first half of that is pretty muted with the right hand. So we got slide into the 7 on the A, 9 on the D, 10 on the A, and then 9 on the G to 9 on the D to 10 on the A. So those two together. And then the third part. Yeah, so then we're going to go to the 11th fret on the B, to the ninth fret on the G. So, yeah, pretty simple there. And there's a little bit of a stretch there. So the 12th fret of the E to the 7th fret of that E, and then 8th fret of that B. So those two parts kind of together is the 11 on the B, 9 on the G, to the 12th fret of the little E, 7th fret of that little E, and then 8th fret on the B. And when I actually do that, I'm not muting those strings and notes so much. So those up to all the parts up till there. And add an extra little bit in there, so that brings us up to that part. So then we're gonna do After the 8 on the B, we're going to play 11 on the B, back to the 8, and then 9 on the G. So the last 2 or 3 parts there with the 11 on the B to 9 on the G. One more of those. And then once you're done that, kind of descending through it, you work back up. So the 8th fret of the B to 11th fret, and then you're going to go to the 9th fret on the G. So the last half of that. So the whole first part of the solo. That's the first main arpeggio piece. So again, it's sliding into the 7th fret of the A. So it's starting on the E note. And really this is just getting fancy with that first chord. The whole song is based off of. So yeah, doing that cool E arpeggio. And it's nice, it's kind of nice because there's string skipping, but it's not too crazy. So you'll play a section, and then you're going to skip over the D string to get to the G. Then you skip from that A string to the B string. So I guess that's a little bit bigger of a string skip. So yeah, if you want to chunk it out, the first part, so sliding into the 7, 9 on the D, 10 on the A, and then this next one, it's the 9 on the G, 9 on the D to 10 on the A. And I do a finger roll thing there, so I'm not sure how comfortable you are with that finger rolling stuff. You could try to fret it if that's more comfortable, you to you. And then yeah, after that, that's 11 on the B, 9 on the G, and then that kind of cool stretch from 12 to 7, and then 8 on the B, 11 on the B, 8 on the B, and then 9 on the G. And then you work back up, so that's an 8, 11, and then 9 on the G. So it starts on an E note, and then you go to the 5th, and then you go to the minor 3rd. But that's those 3 notes, so E, B, and then G. And then we're going to do this, it's the same notes, it's just that first E is going to be an octave higher, so that's the 9th fret on the G. sharp is the weird note that gives it that cool sound. So then you're just playing that A sharp back to the root, which is an E, 9th fret on the G. And then again, we're just going up another octave to the 12th fret of that high E. And then we're just going to descend. So we got that E down to a B, down to a G. So E, B, G. So yeah, it really is. It's an arpeggio. So you're just playing notes of a chord kind of one at a time. But other than that A sharp, it's just those 3 notes. So as crazy as this whole thing looks, you know, really, it's just a fancy way of doing this. And it sounds so cool, you almost can't go wrong with it. So after that E, B, G on those strings, we're going to do that A sharp again. And then G, do an E. A sharp, G, E. And then G, A sharp, E. And then the last part for this section that we can do is it's just an octave slide. So that's 9th fret on the A string. You play an octave up, so that F sharp that you're playing, you're just playing an F sharp on the G, which is the 11th fret. So you slide up 1 fret, it's from F to G, or sorry, F sharp to G, down to an E flat. And then the next part of the solo does start off with that arpeggio again. That's everything we did so far. And that's just changing the end of that. So that's just sliding from that A sharp. Instead of going to the E, like you do at the end of the first arpeggio, what you do is you just go to the B from the A sharp. So instead of it being, you go, and then there's a cool bendy thing, but we'll do that in another video. So a lot of E's, B's, G's, and a couple A sharps. Nothing too crazy. So I'll play that again slowly, just to give you an idea of what the start to finish sounds like with the octave slides at the end. So we got one more time. Cool. So yeah, that's Nightmares from Forbidden Messiah's first album. Check it out. It's a good one. I'll put the link in the description. So yeah, check it out. And have fun with that. It's a cool arpeggio. And then we'll do a few more videos. Get into the rest of the solo with all that. All the other cool stuff in there. So have fun with that.